Hey everybody, welcome to Studio 64. My name's David and I've been searching the interzones for some more science, space and tech news to share with you. And I came across this at Science Alert, where they're letting us know that powerful flares just erupted on the sun and their effects are lashing Earth. Oh dear. A little bit of good old solar flare activity. That's a little bit of a worry, isn't it? All right, some of the most powerful solar flares our sun can muster have just erupted, each directed in such a way to have a noticeable effect here on Earth. Now, on the 5th of May 2024, an X1.3 flare and an X1.2 flare erupted from active sunspot cluster AR3663 at 061 and 1154 UTC, respectively, according to the NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center. I'm not a scientist myself. I just love all science. I think it's just this stuff's absolutely fascinating to me because we know the effects that these solar flares can have. They disrupt all our technology, which is can disrupt all our technology, which is a little bit of a worry. Each flare produced a radio blackout here on Earth. We may see ongoing effects if there are accompanying coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, that hurl the charged particles in our direction. Now, that's not a certainty. The UK Met Office notes that no obvious Earth-directed CMEs are observed. However, as the coronagraph technology used to see CMEs is currently either unavailable or limited, very handy and convenient, there may very well have been a CME that we didn't catch sight of. Now, at the time of writing, there are 9 sunspot clusters or regions on the side of the sun facing Earth, with more than 150 sunspots between them. AR3663, however, appears to be the most active. It appeared on the 30th of April and has to date emitted 14 M-class flares and 3 X-class flares, the second most powerful flares this sun can produce. If there are any astronomers out there, astrophysicists, or space scientists, if you like, please feel free to comment down below the video because we'd love to hear from you on your thoughts on this. Scientists predict that more M-class flares will emerge from the region and maybe another X-class or 2 before it rotates to the far side of the sun and away from Earth. Yes, active region 3663. There we go. Yeah, sunspots. It's very, very interesting. As I said, not a scientist, just find it all fascinating. And I know the effect it can have, as I said, on our equipment here on Earth. Now, solar flares are spectacular eruptions of plasma on the surface of the sun, powered by the snapping and reconnecting of magnetic field lines over sunspots, regions where the solar magnetic field is temporarily stronger. The flashes of X-ray and ultraviolet light associated with these explosions can lash Earth's ionosphere on the sunlit side, causing temporary radio blackouts. Yes, very, very, very interesting. Now, sometimes a solar flare is accompanied by a CME. This is a huge release of plasma and magnetic field from the sun, spewed out into space. These eruptions sometimes hit Earth, although they take a bit longer to get here since plasma travels somewhat slower than light. Now, when they do arrive, however, the effects are known as a geomagnetic storm and are significantly more profound. When the CME reaches Earth, it smacks into the planet's magnetosphere. This produces electrical currents that can flow through the power grids, causing fluctuations and blackouts. Currents generated in low Earth orbit can affect satellites, requiring course corrections, and radio and navigation signals can be affected. Yeah, we don't seem to realise, how much we rely on technology and how it's possible just if we're going to get a geomagnetic storm, it's even slightly more powerful than we've got. If there are any engineers out there, pop a comment down below because I'd love to hear your thoughts on shielding and all that sort of thing. It'll be very interesting from shielding from these geomagnetic storms. The best part, though, is the aurora. The interaction between solar particles, Earth's magnetosphere, and Earth's atmosphere creates an ethereal glow in the night sky around the poles. During the day, too, you just can't see it because sunlight is too bright. Now, currently, there are no geomagnetic storms predicted for the 2 flares of the 5th of May, but there are geomagnetic storms just about to hit Earth from a previous solar flare. On May the 3rd, AR3663 spat out an X1.6 flare, and a CME is expected to generate a moderate geomagnetic storm on May the 6th, including power grid fluctuations, satellite drag, and fading radio signals at high latitudes. Now, aurora, the NOAA also states, may be seen as low as New York to Wisconsin to Washington state. Wow. Now, because AR3663 is now rotating away from Earth, any more eruptions in the days to come are likely to have a much smaller effect, even for X-class flares. But not to worry, we are currently right in the swing of the peak of the sun's 11-year activity cycle. No doubt more solar shenanigans will loom for the months ahead. Very, very interesting. As I said, if you do happen to see those aurora and you're in either New York, Wisconsin, or Washington State in America, please feel free to drop a comment and let us know. It'd be wonderful to hear from you. All right, well, my name is David. Thanks for joining me for another Studio 64 Science, Space and Tech News update. I shall see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're up for it, drop a comment down below the video because I'd love to hear what you think. All right, take care. And as I always say, if you can't be good at it. And as I also always say,
I'll be back.